Right, today we're going to rinse out some races to try and get to this next showcase. So get to a street race in the 1001 horsepower Lamborghini Revuelto. And it's a sunflower charge, 3.8 miles. Race across part of the sprawling highway before turning your attention to the cliffside tunnels. Oakley dokley. And yeah, I'm going to try out the McLaren Sabre. This is a car I got in one of the championships, the seasonal championships in the festival playlist. You win it for doing one of those. So yeah, let's see how it does in this game. Can't remember if this was in the previous Forza Horizon. I know it was in the previous Forza Motorsport game. But regardless, it's still a really good car, so should do pretty well. Personally, I prefer these the cars from McLaren that aren't numbered. You know, like the 12C and all the other ones that have numbers in them. Whereas when these are named, I do typically, you know, kind of prefer them. So you look at that. This is Speedtail, for instance. So yeah, and this is called the Sabre, obviously. So pretty phenomenal car, to be honest. It's radically different to a lot of the other McLaren stuff that we've done. Well, to be honest, we've not had a new McLaren for quite some time. Personally speaking, I haven't really been keeping up on their current car list, so yeah, I'm not sure what they're currently making, but it'll be interesting to have something new from them, I guess. So yeah, we're not doing the seasonal championships as videos at the moment, just because we obviously are doing a playthrough still. Perhaps when this ends, I will do the seasonal championships like I did with the previous games. But for now, yeah, I'm just concentrating on the playthrough and slowly whittling down my long car list of cars to review. There were a lot that have been added to this game as new cars. Some that have been reintroduced from previous games and got new scans and the like to make them look better. And unfortunately, we cannot quite beat the Lamborghini Centenario. It just has the edge in terms of top speed by the looks of things. But yeah, there's just so many cars that have been added to this game, either in updated versions or new to the series, that yeah, just got to get around to doing in their own way as well. As yeah, I love reviewing cars on these kind of games. I find it interesting to research them and find out new things about them and such, and that's usually the case when it comes to doing a review. So yeah, there are plenty of more of those to come. So if your car is waiting in the wings, I will get to it at some point. But you know, I can't do everything at once. At the end of the day, I'm already putting out way more videos than I normally would. So yeah. Just cannot be helped. So I'm not sure if doing a pink wristband race gives you more, whatever the H is supposed to be called, than normal. Doesn't seem to have gone down from where it was. So let's just do a cross-country race, see if that makes any difference. I'm not sure if that's the case or not. If you only do the pink ones when you got the pink wristband or blue wristband or whichever one.
In 100 yards,
It doesn't look like it went down at all when I did the street race. A little bit of light off-roading in my massively expensive hypercar. Sure, this wouldn't damage the vehicle in any way. Oh dear. Clearly doesn't like the rough stuff, which is understandable, I guess.
In 400 yards, turn left. Turn left.
Back onto smooth, lovely tarmac.
You have arrived at your destination.
Now to get in a completely different kind of vehicle, so this is 5.5 miles long. Hurtle off-road through the Tikashiro region, taking on sweeping bank turns, steep inclines and a full tilt downhill charge to the finish. Yeah, that final bit of the finish looks pretty damn rapid. I'm going to get in my Rivian R1T. It is a car that I have upgraded. I don't often use upgraded cars in one of these playthroughs, but yeah, I have upgraded a lot of vehicles for racing online. And yeah, all electric pickup truck, off-roader. Doesn't have off-road tyres or anything like that, but it does obviously still have the high riding suspension, which will prove helpful here. But more importantly, as you can see, more than 1,000 horsepower, 1,090 pounds-feet of torque, and yeah, plenty of acceleration and launch on the go as well. Doesn't handle all that brilliantly. It is a little bit of a handful. But that's one reason why I like driving it. It's just that it's a challenge, and yeah, when you do get a good position in a race, it feels earned. Unlike a lot of people who race on these games, especially online, and they'll only use the same car over and over again where possible. So yeah, see the same gamer tags pop up all the time online and such, where they're always in the same OP car that for a certain class. Honda Civic Type R from the late 90s, for instance, is apparently a pretty OP car for B-class and online racing, so inevitably that a lot of people drive those. I've also seen a lot of videos out there about people trying to find XP and credit exploits to farm it, you know, like 20 million or something in like 5 minutes. And I'm just sorry, but that's just completely misses the point of the game, quite frankly. And those kind of people will ultimately get bored of the game quite quickly because they're able to just buy everything instantly, which is not something I subscribe to be honest. I like to earn my vehicles and feel like they are earned, especially the ones that I actually genuinely want, instead of just exploiting you know, go-arounds basically. Nonetheless, this Rivian is doing well. Suspension helping us on the landing, and all of that power helping us in the straights. Yeah, it can only do about 177. Like a lot of electric cars, they're quite limited in their top speed. The fact is, this gets to that top speed far quicker than any car here. It's not very controllable, as you can see there. Getting gained on by an Atom. Or Nomad even, but it is an aerial. They're another car manufacturer we haven't had anything new from for quite some time. It's been the Nomad and the Aerial Atom 500, and that's about it. But I'd rather have new cars from... oh dear, we're completely out of control here. I'd rather have new cars from companies that we've not had for some time. Like Suzuki. Or, you know, entirely new manufacturers to the Forza series like Daihatsu. So, yeah, we're not holding control there at all. We are more sideways than a drifter, quite frankly, there. Come on, use your acceleration. Whoa, that is a big old jump, that one. Hold on to your spleen. despite being sideways for about 10% of that, we actually got the win in just over 3 minutes. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that will make a difference in our quest to get points to unlock the showcase. Now I am also fully aware that my playthroughs on these games aren't the quickest in terms of progression, but I also like to take my time with games like this. You know, they are free roam at the end of the day, and a free roam game is supposed to be taken at your own speed, so yeah, that's the way I like to do it.
You're right. I've been hearing rumours about the next showcase. Something about pilots. Keep hitting those events and I'll see you there in no time.
Yeah, that definitely made a bit of a difference. What are we on now? Yeah, we're on just under 2300, so we have to do the ones with the pink wristband. But there are also PR events that we can do that have those. So I think we'll do a couple of those. I always say we're going to rinse races, but you know, we're all at the end of the day trying to get to the next wristband on these playthroughs. So anything that can help in that is of benefit, I guess. Right, where's this? Right, it's at the end of this road. Let's see if our large and heavy pickup truck with a lot of acceleration can do this. Maxed out at 177. Oh yes, 1500 feet plus. Somehow that is only 2 stars. What do I need to get 3? Because I don't think I wouldn't be able to do it in this because we're already doing the maximum amount of speed that this car can do, so it's not like we can go any faster and gain any more distance. So yeah, that's about the best you're going to do with that car, but yeah, well, at least in the version that I've got. But no, that's also another 75 points towards the playlist overall. Let's do a speed zone. Now I'm fully aware that this car is not the best vehicle to be doing these kind of things in, but again, I like the challenge.
You have arrived at your destination.
Again, 2 stars. What did I need to get the full 3? 165, so quite a way off there, about 32 miles an hour. But we got a wheel spin regardless. And instead of a car, we get some jeans. Not helpful. It seems like doing these PR stunts knocks about 35 off a time. Or 75 off a time even. In terms of the points that we need. So you only have to do a few of these and you'll get a good healthy few hundred points towards the unlocking of the showcase. So they are well worth doing, especially if you need those extra few hundred points last minute.
Arrived at your destination.
Land on the track. Oh, we got 3 stars that time. I'm gonna reward. Going home horn. I think that knocked off even more going the full 3 stars, so that's very helpful. Alright. What looks like the longer distance going from the right or from the left? I think from the right will be better. It looks like an easier corner to get around at speed. Probably going to change out this one now. Try the Lucid Air Sapphire, see what that can do in comparison. It's obviously a much faster car, more power, more torque, and also in a higher class. I know we've used it a lot, but it is a fantastic car, especially just in terms of sheer power and what it can do in a straight line. So bonkers levels of acceleration. And remember, this isn't even upgraded in terms of horsepower. You can't actually change the amount of power this puts out. And yeah, it's comfortably clearing 180, nearly 190 for that speed cam, and that will give us 3 stars as well. And another reward. What this time? Another horn. Yeah, so you get 75 for doing 2 stars. I imagine you get 50 for the 1 and you get 100 for the 3. So yeah, like if you do like 10 of those, which aren't all that particularly difficult, easily getting 1,000 points there. So no issue whatsoever in getting those. Yeah, let's try and find some races now that actually contribute. I don't know why the street racing ones aren't like in a wristband class or anything like that. It seems a bit silly that they're not there to contribute, but that's the way it is, I guess. They're turquoise. Neither the Touge events either. Oh, I've got another cross-country race. Dirt racing one. Yeah, we'll do that one. Didn't want to do a second cross-country race in a row. Hopefully we can win this one and gain more points. Kubu Trial. So 3.6 miles long, a full tilt forest run with fast corners and thrilling downhill sections on this bumpy trail. We'll try out the Ford. Got it again in a recent wheel spin, just like that Lamborghini earlier. So does have better acceleration and launch than the other Ford that we could have chosen. Probably just because it is a lot newer. But it still should be useful here. It doesn't look like it has much top speed, but it's really quick at getting there. Beat your fellow Ford. There we go. That's a Porsche as well. 1-2 for Fords at the moment. Wall by accident. Around the fellow Ford. feel like I've done this one already, but I don't think we won it last time. There's certainly commented on this track being or this course being a perfect, ideal one if it wasn't for the tarmac for Extreme Off-Road Silly Bills, which is still coming. Just got to find the right course. But yeah, I get the feeling I've done that one already. But I don't think we won it last time, so that's probably why I was not remembering it. But regardless, we have won it this time, even if we have done it before, and yeah, that will give us more points. Because a win is always going to give you more than a loss. Yeah, we're down to 18 and 25 now. I want some road racing though, to be honest. Don't know if there's a way to break down. Yeah, there we go. There's one. I don't know if there's a way to break down events by wristband. I think that would be a helpful feature, because obviously a lot of the time spending on here is just going through the map trying to find the right events, and yeah, it's not a very efficient way of doing things. Regardless, let's do a road race. So in A-Class, total supercars, 5.1 miles long. A flat-out charge through the Ito region to really test your nerve and control at top speeds. Yeah, we only have our trusted Lamborghini to immediately pick from, but I think we'll try to buy one, since we do have a decent amount of money. LFA is quite expensive, but then again, so is pretty much everything else. I think we'll go for the Stingray. It's actually got a higher PI than the Gallardo. Got slightly more acceleration, slightly better handling. It's not got as much power, but then it doesn't weigh as much either. So let's try out the Corvette. We'll get it in blue. And for 65,000 credits, it's not exactly an expensive car either. Certainly far more expensive cars out there that are in the same kind of class as this that are a lot slower. Not my favourite generation of the Corvette though, I'll admit that. I just think at the end of the day, with the mid-engine layout, they just feel like they're copying Europe. When, you know, the previous generations of the Corvette have always felt like a bit of an outsider with a front-engine rear-wheel drive layout, while also still having European levels of horsepower and handling and the like. So yeah, a little bit of a shame that they abandoned that kind of layout. I can see why they did. But that doesn't mean I have to like that at the end of the day. And the fellow Corvette did the exact same thing there into the wall. Unless we are making progress. That's the Diablo. Come on. There we go. Second, Audi R8 up front. Gonna have a new one of those to try out soon in the car pass. I think it's in a couple of weeks. Looking forward to. I think it's rear-wheel drive only, and it's basically Audi's attempt to do what Lamborghini did with their Huracan in making a rear-wheel drive only version. Audi's keeping up, but not by enough. And then again, does have more power than us. I really wish we could have the original Audi R8 with the V8 out of the RS6 or no, the RS4 that was in. I think it would be interesting to have that original V8 version in the game. One thing I don't like about these games sometimes is that new versions come along and therefore we completely lose the old original version, or never have it in the first place. I don't think the V8 version was ever in a Forza game, but yeah, I'd really wish they keep, you know, all the versions around, especially when they are quite different. You know, two completely different engines between the original R8 and what came afterwards. But yeah, now we're only on 14.75, so that definitely made up a lot of points by winning that race, not just doing it. Right, we've got an electric town circuit one down here. Let's go do that. I do prefer road racing over the other kind of one outside of. I say street racing is pretty fun as well, just because it's at night time and it has the added difficulty on top of that of the fact that there's traffic. But yeah. So yeah, modern sports cars, electric town circuit, 2 laps, 5.5 miles. Expect long straights and square corners in this whistle-to-stop tour around Tokyo City. So yeah, I got given another Z4. Can't unfortunately sell them, but I will get around to gifting it via one of the barn finds. But we're gonna try out the Mercedes-AMG SLC 43 Final Edition. Now, I'm fully aware that I've not reviewed this car yet, but being a new car to the series, I do want to see what it can do in a race. But yeah, it's one of those many cars in my on my to review list that I need to get around to reviewing, which we will do at some point, I'm sure. Plenty of power though with this car, nearly 400 horsepower. Albeit nearly 400 horsepower from a much smaller engine than is usual for one of these AMG SLs. Obviously we've had much bigger V8s in one of these in the past. Again, I'd really like one of those, I think it was mid to late 2000s SLKs, that kind of McLaren SLR front end that it had on it, with a V8 that was like 355 horsepower, something like that. I'd really like that version of the SLK to make a return, to be honest, because yeah, still one of my all-time favourite, you know, V8 powered sports cars. But this one's still doing well. Again, stepping out though, unfortunately. That's kind of the AMG thing though, really, with these rear-wheel drive versions of their cars. They really do like to slide around. Oh, someone else is sliding as well there. A bit of an accident. Sort of struggling to keep up with the Supra up front though. Despite having more power, or at least more power in stock form Could very well have upgraded that. We did just have a couple of neat and tidy corners and sort of gained. Speed! I do believe this is a circuit that a lot of people are coming a cropper with the checkpoints, because they're sort of easy to overdrive the corners and miss them. Super is really wanting to get past. But no such luck today. Yeah, pretty decent car, that SL, or SLC to give its full name. A little bit oversteery at times, but plenty of power on the go. But I think it is a bit of a weighty beast, especially in comparison to the GR Supra there, which is probably one reason why it was able to keep up with us, even though technically it should have less power. Not sure if it's supposed to be convertible either. I know the SLK is supposed to be, but I'm not sure if the SLC is supposed to be. I'm not sure whether or not the C is supposed to be for coupe or not, but as you can see, it does look like it has a convertible roof, but it's not one that we can actually put down. But yeah, nonetheless, what's that done for our point situation? On 1125. I'm not sure if these other wristband ones also contribute or not, or if I have to just singularly pick out the pink ones. Let's see if doing a speed camera or a PR one for a non-pink wristband does anything. Because I am really rather quite curious. One that we can actually realistically do. That's off-road. And that's in the middle of nowhere that we've not been yet. Yeah, 115 mile an hour, should be able to do that. He says confidently. That'd be a bit tricky now it's raining. Right, so we're on points wise 1125. Right, see how whether or not that goes down by doing a non-pink wristband speed camera. Helpful if we carried enough speed to actually do it properly. I want to get the full 3 stars. That's the speed zone, right. It's even a little bit trickier to get those full 3 stars. I'm not going to get the full 3. Corner really killed us, but still got 2. Right, what does that do for us point wise? Yes, it does count, so races should count as well. Okay then, that's nice to know. So let's do another road race that we haven't done before. That's one snuggle. Oh no, we've done that one. Yeah, there was one up here, wasn't there? Oh, we've done that one, finished it. Now obviously I would gain more points if I had won some of these races that I have finished, but you can't win everything that you compete in, so there's one down here. The Irakawa circuit. So this is around where the shuttle launched in the opening of the game. So I don't think we're going to get the showcase event unlocked today. But it will get closer, that's for sure. Right, we're in eclectic domestics this time. 3 laps, 3.5 miles. Prepare for takeoff as you loop around the Irakawa Space Center. Get ready to hit the brakes for the hairpin after the steep downhill section. Oakley dokley. Alright, so we get to choose from a variety of these like K cars and such. We've already chosen the Vivio before, so I think we'll go for the Honda Beat. Pretty fantastic car in general, to be honest, this one. I know it's not got the most amount of power, but a mid-engine, you know, rear-wheel drive, very small, lightweight car is, you know, always going to be a recipe for something that is even mildly enjoyable. But when it's on with this kind of precision and charm, it's hard to resist, quite frankly. We're going to be a bit slower this time around in a yellow small car. Not quite as quick as the SLC. $80 miles an hour, everyone. We did it. $82 that time. Don't get scared of the extreme speeds that we're doing, everybody. Oh, we hit 90. Oh, this hairpin we were warned about. There's a Nissan BE1, which I remember quite enjoying in the previous Forza Horizon game. I think that'll be as part of one of the festival playlists, so look out for that. It's a Honda Trio at the front here. 2 Beats and a City. I'm in the lead. And the City's overtaken another Beat. Surprised about, I'm pretty sure that's a heavier car than we are. Love the handling on this thing. So simple, but really effective. This is a pretty neat circuit as well. Final corner, heavy and high speed of 58 miles an hour, and 66 across the finish line. So yeah, that won't get us towards the showcase, or in terms of unlocking it, should I say. but it will get us one step closer. And yeah, at the end of the day, a pretty fun race as well, and the only one under 1 minute in terms of lap time, so not bad on that front.